But then what about NFOs? Should we look at them?
Kavita, I personally think NFOs are not needed in one's portfolio. In fact, we at Anand Rathi don't want to recommend a scheme which has not finished 3 years of historical existence. Because when you are in an NFO, new fund offer, an asset management company launches new funds because it has a product bouquet which is incomplete. So the AMC is duty bound to create a product basket which encompasses all the niche possible. So they are doing their job. You as an investor can wait it out till it becomes an old fund because you don't have fund manager behavior. You don't have a portfolio created. You don't have an expense ratio of that fund also. So with such little information, only on a concept, why would you put your money? What is the hurry? If there are 491 odd open-ended equity schemes, what can't you find in these 491 that a unique new scheme can quench your thirst of a product gap in your portfolio? So I personally can't ever fathom to invest in an NFO unless there is evidence and there is something to analyze.
Here in this scenario, even the credibility of the AMC can't be factored in. If you talk about big AMCs, SBI, HDFC, ICICI, they've had superb and return gaining schemes as well. So that can't be factored in. This particular aspect can't be considered while investing in an NFO.
See, if you've decided to invest in an NFO, definitely the one which you mentioned is one of the most important thing because what you can see is the AMC very clearly, right? So if you've decided to invest in an NFO, I'm saying that what you highlighted is the best way to choose,
Yeah.
right? Funds objective is the second method of choosing, right? Cost of investment with the anticipated inflow, which is that it's going to have. But the point I'm making is SBI, HDFC, ICICI, Kotak, all these are large asset management companies. They already have a bouquet of 10, 15 schemes, right? And SBI, when it does an NFO, it collects so much money from different corners of India and penetration in the mutual fund industry increases. So that's great service to the penetration of the mutual fund industry. But if you're sitting in a metro and if you're an existing investor in the mutual fund fraternity, will I buy an SBI NFO or will I buy an SBI Contra where I know the fund manager is Dinesh? I know that the CIO is Vasan who can do a great job and deliver me alpha over Nifty for the little fee they charge. So SBI NFO or SBI existing scheme, I would definitely choose SBI existing scheme with a known fund manager and his credentials.
Now, hypothetically, if someone has already put in money in an NFO, how much time should they give to the fund to perform and then, for them to settle down with the performance and with the fund?
I think, Kavita, what happens is NFOs are so diverse in nature. In the last 1 year, you see NFOs of thematic schemes have been launched. They have done beautifully. Like if you look at the ESG theme has done very well on the quant side, has given a 20% return, right? Since its NFO in November 20, right? So you're looking at quants to NFOs which have done very well. Now you have one ICICI Flexi Cap fund which has done 7.4%, but there are several other fund of fund overseas fund of funds which have lost money as much as 45%. Invesco India Global Consumer Trend Fund has lost 45% of the money. When you look at the presentation, it looks fancy. Global Consumer Trends Fund of Fund. Of course, it looks fancy, so it's going to be attractive. You're going to invest it, but that's reasonable value destroyed. Whereas an Invesco multi-cap, which had a track record, which was a simple product, which was not so fancy, has done beautifully in our model portfolio.